when we talked about not qualifying, sometimes people have like a cash account with, put 3 months worth of savings or 3 months of expenses in their savings account. If James can pull up our opportunity cost slide, opportunity cost is the cost that you're losing out on that money. So say you have 3 months worth of expenses in your bank account. If you draw that down to zero because you had to spend it, that money is gone. Now you have to replenish that by saving again. So what we're looking at is collateralizing and letting that money continue to grow. So leaving that 20,000 in, if you see there's a 5% rate of return, let's say it's 10 years that you've taken the money out for a project or an expense. With 10 years at 5% on 20,000, you would have lost $13,000 in opportunity costs. So after 10 years, that 20,000 would be closer to 33. So it's good to have that that kind of cushion, that cash cushion. But once it's gone, you got to rebuild it. So we just look at things differently, and there are strategies. They're not outrageous. They're actually pretty conservative. And when people start seeing how it works, they're actually shocked. And what's the comment, Tony? Why doesn't everybody tell me this, or why didn't I know this before?
Yeah, I always get this as like, we've been working together for years, and why didn't you tell me about this? Or why didn't other people tell us? And the reason for why I haven't told people this before is I've only found out about this in the last few years. So now that I've seen it, I can't unsee it. So I'm very, very strong on this. This is a foundation of every financial plan. When we talk about the banks and qualifying, someone said to me, the bank will lend you an umbrella on a sunny day, but when it starts raining, they want it back. And it really happens. It's happened in the past that if you've had lines of credit and all of a sudden we hit into some kind of recession or crisis, and you're not using that line of credit, but you were betting on using it for, if you had an emergency or something, the banks have that right to randomly at any time just go, bye-bye, that line of credit is cut in half, cut in 90%, whatever they want to do, and you're done. And even last night when I was at a meeting with people, we have property and it's 100% paid for. So will the bank lend us money? Well, the banks don't lend money on bricks. They actually lend on cash flow. So if you've got a house that's paid off, fantastic. It's fantastic that you got there, but you got to look at it from another standpoint. If you needed money in a quick opportunity, what will you do? The only thing you can do is sell it, because unless you want to go to like a loan sharking institution and get some really high rates for a line of credit, if the bank doesn't want to lend you money because you don't have the cash flow.
Yeah, that's that old saying, asset rich, cash poor. So you can have all your properties paid off, but if you don't have access to cash flow to repay, it's not going to work out for you. So that's the opportunity cost of having everything tied up in brick, as Tony says. You can't get at it, so you just want more control of your money. We can talk a little bit about the collateralization. Continues to grow for you. The home equity lines, things like that, have to be repaid. So really, we're just providing our clients with a lot of flexibility. And once they see how much flexibility they have, they're actually pretty shocked.
That's crazy. So before, let's go double check if there's any questions in the chat with James.
I don't see any questions for now.
I guess we're doing our job.
Perfect. So you mentioned safe. So how safe is safe?
Safe is safe. So really just not subject to market fluctuations. We've been in a great market. It's been pretty much straight up. Any dips have been, have strong rebounds. Our safe tank is safe. It doesn't fluctuate in value. Once the money's booked, it's in there, and that you have access to it. And if your money is exposed to market conditions, how does that help you? Again, getting back to it, say you're in a dividend fund, which most people consider conservative. if the market's down 20%, that dividend fund comes off 15 or so, and you need access to it, now you're as Tony said, selling out at a lower level. The safe tank is safe. If you got 35K there, it's 35 available, up to about 90% or so. That's what, that's the max. We don't recommend doing that, but if you have to, you have to. So it's just guaranteed. That's it, period.
Period. Just
Yeah.
be safe.